Imagine a young boy in rural Alabama, standing before a congregation of chickens, practicing his sermons with a fervor that would one day shake the foundations of a nation. This was John Lewis, a child of sharecroppers who grew up under the heavy, suffocating shadow of Jim Crow laws. He saw the world divided by harsh lines of color and law, yet he dreamed of a unity that had yet to exist in the American South. The red clay beneath his feet and the heat of the sun were the only witnesses to a spirit beginning to catch fire with purpose and hope. How does one person, armed only with conviction, challenge an entire system of systemic hatred? The answer lies in a concept that would define his life: good trouble. In the 1960s, Lewis did not just join the movement. He became its very heartbeat. As a leader of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, he stood at the dangerous front lines of the Freedom Rides. He faced down raw violence with an unwavering, quiet peace. He learned that nonviolence was not a passive act of surrender, but a powerful, active strategy to unmask the face of injustice for all to see. Then came the 7th of March, 1965, a day etched in blood and courage. On the crest of the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the world watched in horror as state troopers descended upon peaceful marchers. Lewis was at the front, a backpack on his shoulders and a prayer in his heart. The air was thick with smoke and screams. He was beaten, his skull fractured by a nightstick, but he did not run. The images of that brutal day ignited a fire in the American conscience that could not be extinguished. That pain was the price of progress. The resulting public outcry turned the tide of history, leading directly to the landmark Voting Rights Act. In that moment of darkness, Lewis showed the world that a broken body could still carry a whole soul toward the light of justice. Yet, Lewis knew the work was never truly finished. He transitioned from the dusty streets to the marble halls of the U.S. House of Representatives, serving for over 30 years. He remained a constant, principled voice, reminding us that democracy is not a static gift passed down, but a perpetual act of participation. He called on every new generation to pick up the mantle and build what he termed the beloved community. That, where no one is left behind and love is the final word. John Lewis passed in 2020, but his life serves as a blueprint for progress. He taught us that when you see something that is not right, not fair, and not just you have a moral obligation to act. His legacy is not found in statues, but in the courage of every person who decides to step forward and make a little good trouble for the sake of a better world.